You want to know what's going on here in the local Southern Oregon real estate market, not New York, LA, or Texas, right? It's current and local information that's relevant to you and is going to help you make the best decisions about buying or selling in Southern Oregon or even moving to Southern Oregon. And that's exactly what you're going to get on this video right here and the rest of the videos on this channel. So I have a feeling that this video is going to stir the pot a little bit. I mean, anytime that we get to talking about Grants Pass versus Medford, really in any aspect, things tend to tense up a little bit, okay? There's absolutely a rivalry between the two cities, and it's friendly, of course, but it does exist. So I'm going to tell you which Southern Oregon city has the best real estate market of the two, okay? And the way that I'm going to look at this is really simple. I'm just going to tell you which city I would invest my money in if I had to choose. Then I will back it up with some facts, and I'll also tell you the exact type of home and area that I think is the best place to invest in Southern Oregon real estate. So for full disclosure, I actually live right between the two cities, so I'm completely unbiased and I can just give you the real facts, okay? So make sure that you stick around though to the end, because at the end of it, I'm going to tell you what happened in the Southern Oregon real estate market over the last week, because I did not see what happened coming. I didn't see it at all, and it totally blew me away. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Hey, I'm Brian Simmons with eXp Realty. I'm a licensed real estate agent here in Southern Oregon, and I would love to hear your questions about the Southern Oregon real estate market. So don't hesitate to drop a comment down below or even reach out to me directly with a call or a text to 541-954-7758. Or if you prefer to email, you can find my email address down in the description of this video. So I know you're dying to hear which one of the two cities, Grants Pass or Medford, is the better real estate market. So let's go ahead and dive right in, okay? So I am looking at home values, all right? When I'm telling you about this data here, home values for units sold over the last year, okay? And so we're gonna look at 2022 versus 2023. And if you saw my video last week, we're gonna look at some of the same data, but we're focusing only on Grants Pass Medford, right? And so looking at the Medford market between 2022 and 2023 full year comparison, Medford is down 1% on the median sold price and down about the same on the average sold price, okay? And down 28% in terms of the total volume. Grants Pass was down 2% in the median sold price and down 1% in the average sold price, down 26% in total volume, okay? So very, very comparable. So then if we look at just what happened over the last year of 2023, okay, from January, the start of the year, to December at the end, we saw the median sold price in Medford go up 12%, and we saw the average sold price in Medford also go up 12%. Whereas in Grants Pass, we saw the median sold price go up only 6%, and the average sold price go up about 7%. So the median and average sold prices in both places were actually pretty similar, right? They were within $10,000 of each other, about $474 is where they were at. So, but what isn't so similar across the two is the amount of new construction that happened in the last year. Only 30 new homes built in Grants Pass versus 164 new homes built in Medford over the last year. And that's not the only thing that wasn't so similar between the two. The expected growth rate of the population of Jackson County versus Josephine County, and I'm looking at the counties because that's the easiest data to look at, and these are the two biggest cities in each county, okay? 0.6% expected in Josephine County and versus 1% expected growth rate in Jackson County. And that's actually a pretty big difference if you think about it, 0.6% versus 1%, pretty substantial. So Medford has just more development happening, right? More new homes are being built there, and it's expected to grow more, right? So that's going to increase the supply and the demand, and that's also, probably the same for Grants Pass, right? But what I see is more positive things happening in Jackson County than in Josephine County lately, which makes me more optimistic that the biggest city in the county stands to benefit quite a bit. So for example, a couple of those positive things is number one, Amazon is building a warehouse in Central Point. So I'm going to call that the Medford area. And so that's coming up. It's under construction right now, and that's going to definitely bring jobs. Rogue X, the community complex that the city of Medford just launched, is huge and awesome. Water park, pools, event center, all sorts of stuff in there. And I'm seeing a lot more development by big builders in the Medford area. Companies like D.R. Horton, who's a big national one of the largest builder in the U.S., D.R. Horton. They're one or two behind with Lennar. So anyways, but they're in Medford and they're building. That's encouraging. Okay. And then you have big regional builders like Hayden Homes building in Medford, and you just don't see as much of that in Grants Pass. Okay. So that's something that's also, stands out to me as a positive. And when you have those types of things happening, okay, the warehouse being built, the community center, the Rogue X complex, all that happening, like that creates jobs and it creates things for people to do. And I just see more of that happening in Medford than I do in Grants Pass. So considering all of those factors, if my only motivation was simply just the long-term appreciation of my asset, I would make my investment in Medford over Grants Pass right now. Okay. And if I were to target a specific area of Medford, it would be East Medford. Okay. I'd probably look for a home in a good neighborhood, a quiet neighborhood, nice big lot, good square footage on the home, big rooms, but maybe in an older part of town that will start to get more and more renovations. Think like a 20-plus-year-old home. There's actually a specific area that I think holds a lot of these types of homes that I'm talking about, and that's the area between Delta Waters and Lone Pine, from Springbrook up to Foothill, and I'll show you a map of that so you can take a look at it. But it has a lot of those types of properties, as does Hillcrest, the Hillcrest Road area up on the hill. So there's a lot of those homes that are built in the early 2000s or the 90s that are exactly what I'm talking about. Nice big lots, nice big homes, but can stand to be updated. So in other words, I would invest my own money into the location and the bones of the house, and I'd plan to make the house really amazing over time. And I'd also plan on others doing the same to the houses around me, which should bring up the value of the neighborhood considerably. So which Southern Oregon city has the best real estate market? Well, for my money, I'm going to say Medford over Grants Pass, but that does not mean that that's the best decision for you. So if you're considering investing or buying or selling in Southern Oregon, reach out so we can discuss the specifics of your situation and figure out what makes the most sense for you. Okay. So now I would like to share with you what happened in the Southern Oregon real estate market over the last week, because like I said in the beginning, it is pretty wild. Looking at Jackson and Josephine County, single family residential homes only, January 10th, as of this morning, we had 907 homes on the market this morning, 85 new over the last week, 92 price changes, 27 came back on the market, 80 went pending, 58 closed, and 29 expired, withdrawn, or canceled. Dang. 85 new listings and 92 price changes. Those are big numbers. Okay. That's almost double the amount of new listings compared to the same week last year, which is really crazy. Okay. We also saw 80 new pending transactions, which is significantly more than we saw the same week last year, which was in the low 60s. Okay. That's very impressive and certainly a great sign. So I'll keep an eye on all that and let you know exactly what's going on. So just make sure you click on that subscribe icon so that you can stay up to speed and informed. Okay. And also click on that like button if you don't mind while you're at it. So again, I'm Brian Simmons, a licensed real estate agent here in Southern Oregon with eXp Realty, and I'd love to hear from you. So please drop a comment in the comment section down below. Reach out to me with a call or a text to 541-954-7758. Or if you prefer to email, that's totally fine too. You can find my email address down in the description of this video. So thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Have a great one.